Hi, welcome to the channel. So you want to know what class to play in Blue Protocol, or just looking for some information about the game before the upcoming betas? Well, you've come to the right place, as I have spent time looking over some of Blue Protocol's classes, so you don't have to. We're going to be taking a look at the Spellweaver, Blue Protocol's mage or spellcaster class. Ah yes, the Spellweaver, master of all the elements. But when the world needed them most, they vanished. Huh? Wait a minute. The Spellweaver will be able to use the elements fire, ice, or lightning in combat to deal devastating but flashy attacks to enemies or apply some debuffs to them. However, this comes with a cost, as the Spellweaver will have to charge these attacks up to make them deal more damage or release them quickly for lighter results, meaning the Spellweaver will constantly have to make a choice on the battlefield, and this could lead to some risk-reward combat, especially for my solo players out there. Like this wasn't enough, the Spellweaver also comes with its own special gauge, which needs to be charged up, allowing us to chain our attacks together. This doesn't recover over time, so this will be another strategic part of gameplay for Spellweavers, as they will actively have to recover their mana gauge through combat. Due to this manual recovery, most skills do not have their own specific cooldown and will be mainly up to the player. So yeah, this class is probably going to require a little more effort to play. Now let's take a look at our skills. Starting with our basic skills, our left click and right click is going to be variations of Trinity Shot. This is a very simple chain attack that deals quick damage but is also able to restore mana. So this will be one of your main options if you don't have any meter left. The right click variation, which recovers some mana for us too. So these will likely be used after our main skills to get us ready to chain the next set of main skills. So speaking of main skills, let's look at skill 1, Fire Blast. The Weaver will shoot a Fire Blast that can be charged up to 3 levels, increasing its damage. Our alternate attack here is Flame Grenade. The Spellweaver attacks by sending a ball of fire which explodes on impact with enemies. Again, this skill can be charged up to 3 levels. These skills are both the same element, but it's clear Flame Grenade will be better oriented in AoE damage, with Fire Blast being more of a single target pick. So as usual, with the Spellweaver there's going to be a lot of decision making on these spells. Skill 2, Lightning. The Spellweaver fires a row of lightning bolts at enemies that can be charged up to 3 levels. The charge will increase the amount of lightning bolts fired instead of damage, and a max level charge of this skill will give you a charge time reduction buff on your skills. This sounds great, as you'll be able to set up combos using this as your opener for something that could take longer to cast. Our alternate skill here is Thunder Mine. The Spellweaver will summon a lightning mine that follows the enemy until they are hit, causing an explosion. This skill can be charged up to 3 levels, with each level adding another mine. I'll probably pick lightning here as my skill, as the reduction sounds great, especially with the time required to get max charge being shortened. Skill 3, Blizzard. The Weaver will place a chargeable snowstorm, which slows and damages enemies within it. The charge time will increase the size of the snowstorm. This would be a great skill to pair up with something like lightning, allowing you to have a larger snowstorm in less time. Our alternate skill here is Frigid Crash, where the Spellweaver summons massive icebergs above enemies and drops it on. This skill can be charged, with each charge increasing the number of icebergs to a max of 3. Now it's time for the special skills on the Spellweaver. Skill 4, Concentration. The Spellweaver casts a spell that allows them to temporarily regen mana. This will really help speed up the regen process between spells. Our alternate skill here is Follow Bullet. The crystal will inflict damage on enemies that matches the 2 elements of your spells, so Fire Blast would inflict fire damage, while Blizzard would inflict ice damage. These 2 spells are great choices, as one helps you gain your meter and keeps your spells going for a little bit longer, while the other supports the amount of damage you deal overall, as you're going to be dealing additional damage on top of what you've cast. Both of these skills do not require mana and have their own cooldown of 16 seconds. Finally, our ultimate skill, Meteor Inferno. We should all know by now what this looks like, because it's insane. But the Spellweaver summons a meteor crashing down and doing a huge amount of damage on impact. This skill has a 60-second cooldown. This is also what sold me and a lot of my friends on Blue Protocol during the Game Awards trailer, because it was just epic. So wow. The Spellweaver is by far the trickiest class so far. I'm sure if you can master it, you will be able to deal the most damage in your party, as the best Spellweavers will be able to flip through their elements in an almost non-stop rotation. I usually end up playing the Mage class in my MMOs, so in Blue Protocol I decided to skip the Spellweaver and play the Keen Strider instead, which you can actually find out more about in the video card on the top right. Now wait, before you leave, here's the stats. And if you feel like I've given you some information you didn't know already, I'd really appreciate a subscribe. Also, a massive thank you for 100 subscribers. It sounds absolutely insane to me to be even able to say that at only 9 videos. It's been an incredible 2 weeks and I can't wait to see where we go from here. The support has been crazy. This might be the last class guide for a bit, as I don't have enough info on the Spellweaver just yet, but as soon as I do, I will get to work on that video as quick as I can for you guys. But I'll be able to do other content on this game and cover other aspects that you might need to know before launch. So if you want to find out that information, you know where to find me. And remember guys, to get 8 hours sleep, because I definitely did not. And see ya!